Atlas Avenue, a long stretch of road that encompasses everything the city of Kenneth Heights has to offer. Bright lights, flashy signs, nudie bars, showrooms, office buildings, coffee shops, block traffic, street mimes, ritzy restaurants, dark alleys, beat cops, suits, crooks, thieves, and the homeless. My office was located 2 stories up, overlooking much of the chaos. While the street may be home to crazy characters, so was my life.
Hello, Mr. J. How the hell you doing today?
Good, Edith. One such person was Edith Dietrich, my plucky secretary. She had a dirty mouth, but I wouldn't trade her for nothing. And she isn't the craziest person I had to deal with. Paul Wint, Arthur Phelps, Joey Everknuckle, and the list goes on. I'm a PI, and I often enlist the help of a vast array of crazy personalities. Nearly every year I have a new case. New people to meet, new clues to discover, and new problems to solve. But I do it the old-fashioned way. No technology. Nothing post-1950. It's just how I do things. Sadly, I need help to plug this show, so...
Here you go, Mr. J. It's all typed up.
This is the plug?
Yep.
So if you want to hear my unique, interesting, and funny cases, you can go to 7lamb.com or search for Atlas Avenue Beat wherever you listen to podcasts. Every season is a new case, and boy, they can get crazy.
How's that?
Good, Edith. Thank you. Not sure what a podcast is, but if you're listening to me right now, odds are you do. So make sure to listen, subscribe, and rate and review. And don't forget to follow 7 Lamb Productions on all those big social media platforms that are so popular nowadays.
Welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake? I'm your host, Amber Simpson, and with me, as always, my lovely co-host, Robert Lamb.
That's me.
And joining us for this creepy special day, Ian Feller.
Hello,
back again.
everybody. Hello.
Back
again.
Back again.
Back again.
Can't get rid of me.
for his July debut.
July debut.
Ooh, it's hot out there.
It's a scorcher.
It's a scorcher.
Yeah. So today is World UFO Day.
Oh, so it's all over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Britain.
There might be a UFO or an alien right in this room. You never know.
Yeah.
One
I think
of us.
Amber Simpson's acting like the Men in Black alien with a little person inside your head.
I love those movies.
I like the first one.
First one.
They all went downhill.
Did you watch the new one?
No.
No.
The Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson one.
It's not great,
Tessa.
but it's not bad either.
There's no Will Smith.
There's no.
Mount.
I mean, maybe there's a cameo. I don't know.
There's probably
Is there a cameo
I
or
don't even
something?
remember.
Oh, Jesus.
I doubt it.
It was that good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
It's that good. I
It
don't
costs
remember.
too much.
I do want to see it again. But
I'll pass.
anyway, World UFO Day.
Okay.
Do you know what UFO stands for?
Unidentified
flying object.
Wow. Ian got it first. You lose.
I'm smart.
Well, I was
Smart,
trying to come up with a
smart.
joke answer.
Yeah. Unidentified flying objects.
Cool.
And that term came to be in 1952 by
So-
U.S. Air Force officer named Edward Ruppelt.
You think there's ever going to be like a person in your notes that you know how to pronounce their name?
No, maybe
Okay.
if these fucking people would have normal ass names.
If it was John Smith, she'd get it.
yeah. Whew, got through
Maybe.
one.
She might say Smythe.
Yeah. So
Oh.
if you can identify the object, it's fine.
Right.
It's
If
not
you
an
look
alien.
up and it's an airplane, then it's not unidentified.
But what if it's an alien in like an
In an
airplane?
Why would that happen? Someone
I
be
don't
missing
know.
an airplane somewhere.
So people miss airplanes. I'm
It's
sure.
still an identified object. It's not a...
Right.
So it's an IFO,
Yes.
Sure.
but there's an alien inside it.
Yeah, but nobody knows that.
We
Can
don't
you
know
see
that.
into planes
You
from the
can't see
ground?
it, right.
What if he's waving from the little window?
You still ain't going to
What
see
if,
him.
what if he holds up a sign?
Alien aboard.
Right. Alien aboard.
aboard. What if
Yeah.
there's a sticker on the back of the plane?
Like a little Garfield
Alien aboard.
Garfield alien
Yeah.
attached to the window in the back.
An alien aboard sticker.
A little baby alien.
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say
whole
like all the
family.
family aliens on the back of
Right,
the
right,
window.
right,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So then I just want to know. I just want to know if it was an IFO at that point.
So when did this day start?
Because
Because this is my favorite day.
Ever?
Is my favorite
Pretty much, yeah.
day.
Like of doing these?
I'm ready to be
or
taken.
just no, but I mean like of will there be cake episodes or of just every single day?
Every single day.
So more than Christmas
Yes.
and all that shit.
Yes.
Okay.
National or World UFO Day is my favorite day.
World.
So the World UFO Day holiday was created by an organization called World UFO Day.com. They
Oh, yeah.
they have a website.
Not
But
Hallmark? What's
Yeah.
a Hallmark?
in 2001,
Nice
they
card.
created this holiday.
2001?
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty new.
just to bring people together who believed in.
I believe.
Yeah.
Do you believe?
I believe.
Okay.
I go out every night pretty much and look up at the sky and look for
And
aliens.
you look for aliens?
UFOs. I do.
How many have you seen?
I've never seen any down here, but years ago I actually saw a UFO. I'm not kidding. I have a UFO story. I'm not kidding. Me
Tell
and
us
I mean,
your UFO.
all right,
two
let's-
buddies.
Let's
saw-
hear this UFO story.
All right.
And how high were you?
Not high at all. That's the crazy
All
part.
right. Okay.
So years ago, me and two of my friends were driving in a minivan. My friend had an old Toyota minivan that had a very strange, like, tilted roof or windshield. Like it was very angled.
Mhm.
And he was driving. I was in the passenger seat. Other buddy was in the back. And it was probably like 2:00 in the morning on a, I don't know, whatever night. I don't know what day it was. And we were just driving near our house, like slightly elevated from where our house was. And as we were driving, the two of us like feel like a bright light above us.
Whoa.
So we're like, what the fuck is that? So like he's like slowing down and we're both like trying to look at this through the slanted windshield up. And all we see is like an angle, like I guess it's almost pointed object with a white bright light on the front, like super low, real close to us. And we're like, what is that? Like, is it a helicopter? But there was no sound. There was no like red lights. It was just nothing but this white bright light.
Did it move or did you just pass under?
No, it was just like right over us.
So it hovered over you?
Yeah, like hovered over us for a few seconds. And the buddy in the back was like, what is it? What is it? What do you guys see? And we're like, this light. Like, we don't know what the hell this is. And then finally, like, he tries looking out the side window. He can't see it from his angle. And we're both just like, what is that? And all of a sudden, it just was gone.
Whoa.
It just disappeared. Wait, there's more. So it just disappeared. So we're like, that was weird. Like, what the heck was that?
Right.
So we're like, well, follow it. So, like, we made a right turn and we started going.
Like you
you
could
know,
still see the light?
No, we couldn't see anything, but
Oh,
we
okay.
figured if it was a helicopter or something weird, like it would have to be somewhere close by. We'd have to see it.
Right.
So we tried to drive where, like, higher up where we'd be able to see more. And we drove and we couldn't find it. So we had the bright idea to go to the highest point in our town, which was our high school football field, which was
Whoa.
like in an open field, up a hill, and then the football field and the bleachers. So, like, we drove like the mile to the school, ran through the parking lot, across the field, up the football field, up the bleachers, and we're looking in the sky, and there was nothing to be seen.
Damn. Ian saw
I saw it. Yeah.
you.
I believe.
I believe too.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a flannel right now that says I want to believe on the back.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm a big X-Files fan. And that reminds me
Same.
of one of the episodes, actually. You know the episode where they were like driving and there was one floating over it, but it like stopped the time and stopped them. and
Wasn't
stuff.
that also in Close Encounters? Like it
Probably.
flew over him, but the whole car like shook and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like his truck shook.
A little more exaggerated.
A little more.
And then it went, and he saw the whole thing.
But July,
How do you know? Maybe it was just like a spotlight tower, like from like World War II or something like that.
I was
That-
floating.
that just disappeared?
No, it was like they were pointing it down at you, and you went, and
From
they
where?
followed. The light followed you, and then like when they noticed that you saw them, they turned off the light,
what?
and all of a
Where-
sudden
where?
you don't see the tower.
You don't see the tower.
I
And where'd the triangle
I lived
come
in that
from?
town for most of my life. I knew where there was towers. There were no towers.
I knew the location of all the towers
You
in my
knew
town.
all the
was-
towers.
I could literally look to the left
All the towers.
and see my street.
What
That's how close
town
we
was
were.
it, did you say?
This was in Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, on Long Island, and
Whoa.
back in probably the 80s.
An alien's gonna go to New York.
There's a lot of sightings in that area. Oh, yeah.
Why do aliens always go to where there's like not that many people?
There's a lot of people there. It's New York. What are you
was
talking
gonna
about?
say-
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but it was like a little town, or it was out, like it's an actual like big city.
No, it's a suburb. But
Right.
the suburbs are very
Because they don't want
populated
people
areas.
to see them. Duh, that's why they ran away.
I mean, they fly over. You know, there have been sightings over Los
No,
Angeles.
I'm not saying
I mean,
aliens
that's a
don't
big city.
exist.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that if they visit us as much as people think they do, why isn't there more evidence of it?
I mean, I don't think that if they have visited us, I don't think it's often that people don't see them often.
Huh?
I
People
mean,
don't
there are
see them
plenty of
often.
sightings.
There's
recorded,
sightings, but I mean,
documented
it's not like it's
sightings.
that many. It's that many in like hundreds of years. Like, let me see, the first sighting. So in 1561, there was the reports of widespread sightings over Nuremberg. I don't know where the fuck that is. Germany, yeah.
1561?
1561. Yeah, and then
Weird lights. Like they didn't know it was what it was because nothing flew.
yeah.
They didn't
But
have
it was the
planes back
50s
in
that-
1500s.
No planes. No.
The 50s is when like flying saucers in general like
Right, that
grabbed
was like the big thing.
mainstream attention and
Yeah,
people
after
started
Roswell.
like talking.
Right.
But yeah, no, Roswell was in 1947.
Right.
And like believers claim that a UFO crash landed there, and the government's been covering it up ever since.
Sure.
Do you think that's really what's in Area 51?
No,
I think it's just mostly like nuclear testing and stuff that they don't
I do
wanna-
believe, but I don't think that's what's
I
in.
don't know.
I think maybe back in the day it might have been, but I don't know.
I just, I don't know. I won't get into
know.
it. I don't know.
You're supposed to get into it. That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Tell us.
It's
Tell
just-
us your.
I mean, it's
Opposite
It's
opinion,
a lot of
and-
conspiracy theories.
I
around
think a lot of
UFO.
it's
Well,
conspiracy. Well, okay, so from what I've read and stuff, like I'm not saying that there haven't been aliens. I just don't think there's been like that many. Like people say like there's so many people who've had like sightings, or they think like Area 51's like this huge like alien conspiracy, like they're hiding so many different ships or bodies or whatever it is
right
down there.
I don't
and they're
think
keeping
it's
it from
that.
the public.
I don't think it's that extreme, but it could be.
I mean, why
I
not?
don't.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't think it is that.
I mean, there's a
extreme
lot
either.
of new technology that came from nowhere. Like, how do they come up with things so quickly?
Yeah.
And of course, the conspiracy is that they reverse engineer all this alien technology. But I mean, who's to say it's not? Like,
Yeah, but my whole thing is like
all these airplanes that are shaped like what the alien craft that people see that are shaped like a triangle. Right now, all of our stealth bombers with this stealth technology that all of a sudden came out of nowhere.
But that's probably because they figured out it's a better way to fly, or like its speed, and like aren't they silent? Like some of like the stealth planes, like
Yeah, but how did we get there so fast? Like
I don't
we
know,
only
science.
just started flying.
science. I'm just saying. I,
mean, maybe.
don't know. We
I
went
don't
from
know.
biplanes to huge. You see that comparison picture of a cruise ship compared to Titanic? I mean, that shit's crazy.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
Cruise
I
ships
get
are
it.
huge and shit. I just
but it's still a ship. It's like and there's no different technology on it. It's just a
it's
ship.
got a pool on the top. That's something, and
That's
a
true.
slide on the way down.
That is true. They do have pools.
Some of them even have like go-karts on the top now. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm very skeptical. I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not-
You can be
Understandably.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel
I'm
like
skeptical about the thing is I'm one of those people. I don't really believe in much. Like I don't believe in like the Loch Ness monster or Bigfoot or God, like any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
All those,
So, like,
all those, mythological
mythological
creatures.
creatures.
Tooth
Yeah.
Fairy, Santa Claus,
Santa Claus. Well, Santa Claus.
ghosts.
Nah, I don't believe in Santa Claus either.
Not anymore.
I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in spirits or any of that stuff either.
I believe in that.
I do
I don't
too.
believe.
I believe.
Nah, I think it's. I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that I think like when you die, it just goes black. Kind of like how you don't know before you were born. Like it was just you don't know.
Yeah.
That's what happens after you die. So I just feel like to have a spirit and stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's just done. You're just done.
I mean, your body's definitely done.
Yeah. But I just think like aliens, for me, it's like a lot of people who've talked about like the long arms creatures that come in and abduct people or like pay you a visit or whatever they
Right.
do. A lot of that they've said that they believe that stems from like sleep paralysis or like night terrors and stuff. Because when you have sleep paralysis, which I've had, a lot of people see long-armed figures. That's where like Slender Man came from,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Shadow Men and all that kind of stuff. Some people used to say that it was aliens, but a lot of people now say it's actually like sleep paralysis. Your eyes opening, you thinking you're awake, seeing these things, but it's actually your brain is still in that
Right.
REM sleep or whatever. So you're imagining what you're seeing. And I've had some pretty vivid nightmares.
Have
in
you
that
seen
case.
those long
Have you
arm
seen-
creatures?
I've never seen the long arm creatures, but I did see a fucking demon one time.
Yeah?
So that was fun. Yeah. No, but I've had sleep paralysis 3 times. One was a demon thing that was walking into my room, trying to fucking scream for help. Could not get anybody to come help me. And I heard the thud of the footprints and everything like that. I've had another one. The other 2 were when I was on my walk. One of them was I was sleeping on the side of the road, and a wolf was pushing its head into the tent, like right next to my face. And it was like, I could see the outline of it, like right next to my face. That was going to bite
And
me.
this wasn't real?
No, I mean, I hope not. But I remember waking up and being like, what the fuck? Like, what was that? But, and then the other one was I heard 2 people outside my tent talking about how they were going to kill me. They were like, there he is. He's sleeping in there. Let's just fucking
Well, that was
kill
just
him.
me and Amber.
Yeah. Man. You guys drove all the way out to Nebraska for that?
No, we flew.
That's a hell of
We
okay,
We
that's
came
a
on
hell
a
of a
UFO.
show.
We came on a
Yeah,
UFO.
UFO?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was just a plane.
I don't
came on
know.
UFO,
I don't know
because
if I
they're real.
believe so much about like the people who say that they've, been probed by aliens or abducted by aliens, but I definitely believe they exist.
Well, I guarantee. I know that.
It's too hard to believe they don't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that they
Too
do
many
exist. There's
worlds
too
and
many.
stars
Right.
and-
That's what I'm saying. The universe is so vast that there
Yeah.
probably is. The problem is, like, when I read, like, I remember reading Sphere by Michael Crichton, and like one of the things he talks about is that people always conceive the idea of aliens and kind of put a human spin on them, where they have 2 arms, 2 legs, or whatever. But like literally, other alien forms could be like just a gaseous
Sure.
being that maybe
I-
just detects things by smell or something. Like, you don't know.
I saw an article or something somewhere where they said that octopus or have like some type of could be some type of alien being that's been here because
Right.
they're so intelligent.
They're really intelligent.
They live underwater. They can change color. They can change shape. They can hide themselves. They're they have like 8 brains.
They
know,
can
or
escape
something.
out of jars.
Yeah, they, they say that they could potentially be some type of alien
I love
species that
octopus.
Octopi.
crashed here in an asteroid sometime or something, and now lives in our seas.
Well, I do think that that's, obviously where does all life come from and stuff. Like, what I mean, it could come from wherever. I mean, they
Yeah.
say the Big Bang and everything, but even then, like, where did that come from? How did everything start? I do think that there's got to be other worlds, like in other galaxies and stuff like that, where there's probably not like us, but just something else.
Something else, sure. I mean,
Which-
it makes
which is,
complete
like,
sense. I mean, and this planet is fairly new considering the age of the
Solar system.
the
and everything.
universe. So what's to say there isn't a billion-year-old planet somewhere that
Can you imagine, like,
has
there's just
technology
like
to fly here, or,
Yeah, but-
or transport here, or
what if there's just like
whatever.
another world with like just weird things, like dinosaurs still on another world,
could, I mean,
or like
Oh,
elephant
that'd be
people.
great.
I mean, I'm
hope
not a
so.
mathematician, but I would say that if you asked a mathematician, he would say it probably makes
Something.
some sense. That there's probably all that stuff. There's infinite worlds, so it would make sense that
It's ever expanding.
somewhere there's a planet that has everything, all these weird things.
Yeah.
Maybe doppelgangers for all of us. Who the heck knows?
There's another
That'd
planet
be
out there
great.
that looks like us, except we're sitting in different seats.
Could be.
Yeah, still podcasting.
I
and
hope,
everything.
and I hope those seats are more comfortable than these.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Nope. They probably got a cooler.
They're probably
room.
less comfortable, bigger room, less comfortable
Oh,
seats.
all right. Bigger room.
Was it last year that they did the Storm Area 51 thing was planned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it only ended up being like 75 people or whatever.
But they didn't even storm it; they just partied out
They
there, right?
partied out there.
Yeah, they just partied.
It was
They were
a
all threatened to get arrested or shot.
Naruto
I
run.
think that kind of deterred people.
I do
Yeah.
think it's like
Well, Robert, how do you prove these 3 videos that were just released?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
in
saw those.
April. So, yeah, this
mean-
year was kind of a big year for
Yeah.
UFOs. The
I mean,
Pentagon.
those- wait,
I mean,
but-
I kind of understand that, like, when some random Joe Schmo says, oh, like me, I
right.
saw something.
You can't believe
know?
a rando.
yeah,
Right, but when pilots who are, this is their livelihood, and they fly and they see things in the sky, and then they see these craft that they can't identify going exorbitant, miles an hour, breaking speeds that would crush a human being.
Yeah.
I mean,
How do you
how do you
explain
not
that? What if
how do you not
it's-
trust that?
What if it's like a little droid or something like that
A little
from
droid.
like Russia and they're like probing U.S. for like secrets, and they're sending like they've accessed.
I mean, but if the Russians or any other country had this type of technology, people would know it, I would think, because it's so far superior.
But we don't know what's in Area 51. What if we have that technology?
Especially now, because like one of the videos was taken in 2004 and the other two were in 2015. So by now,
we would know.
We would know.
We would have to know.
I don't know.
But these videos,
I'm not saying they're not real.
Yeah,
the videos have been proven to be real.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
no, I know. I'm not
originally,
saying
it was the Stars Academy of Arts and Science Group, which was the co-founder is Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. So a lot of people didn't believe that because they're like, the Blink-182 bros just like aliens exist.
Dude, like,
who's gonna believe him? But yeah, this year, the Pentagon released 3 UFO videos, 2 of them taken by U.S. Navy pilots.
Yeah.
One was in 2004, 2 in 2015. And you can actually hear, I'll play it in a little bit, like the pilots like shocked. Yeah, they're like talking about it. But the Department of Defense said that they released the footage to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real or whether or not there was more to the videos.
But what I don't understand is that if aliens have been here since 1561, or they even helped build the pyramids before that, who knows? If aliens did all that, obviously back then you couldn't take pictures and stuff. Now you can take pictures and videos, and we got those videos, I understand. But there's only, they've only released 3 of them, and they're all like, none of them, we never get a good shot. No one's ever gotten a good shot. It's like Bigfoot for me. It's like, if Bigfoot existed...
There are plenty of good shots.
Good shots of spaceships?
Well, I mean, you can't tell it's a spaceship because nobody's flying next to it at...
But that's not...
And it's
Mach
not like
3.
people with really high quality cameras out there looking for UFOs.
I mean,
it's
but
people
do.
like
People do.
There's footage.
There
There's footage from like somewhere in South America. I want to say Chile, maybe, where like the whole city like is outside looking at these lights in the sky, and there's like 1,000 different pictures from different angles of these lights that came out of nowhere. They're in the middle of over the ocean.
But it's like if you told me a certain frog exists, you can prove that the frog exists by taking glorious shots of it from all angles, probably even while it's eating a
because a frog's not going
fly.
to disappear in 2 seconds.
Yeah, but okay.
Right, but we're also assuming that every alien spaceship that's come here flies super fast, super high, never wants to land, and is very intelligent that doesn't want to be seen by anything.
No, maybe it's just one type of alien.
Maybe it's just one. Maybe,
right.
Maybe there are
but
aliens.
all 3 of these.
I mean, I wasn't joking when I said maybe there are aliens walking amongst us. You know, we
I
don't
mean,
know what they look like. We
Men
don't know
in
if they can
Black.
shapeshift. We don't know what they do.
But I'm just saying, but
I mean,
if you go by...
to that point about your frogs, okay? There are creatures that live on the bottom of the ocean
that we've never seen.
And they get, faint pictures of them. And one time they've seen this goblin shark because it washed up. It looks like a freaking alien monster.
Yeah.
But it exists, but we've only seen it once or twice. Okay.
Yeah, but okay.
But we know it
we're
exists.
still and we've found out, and they're also taking a lot more pictures because our technology has gotten better and everything like that. So they've been able to find more creatures on the bottom of the ocean, and they've built these things that can withstand the pressure to take pictures.
They can't go
and
that
stuff.
far down.
Not them pictures though. They send cameras and stuff.
Yeah, and
not all the way down the. I think they might have recently been trying to get down the Marianas Trench, which is the deepest.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, they set up some cameras and stuff that can withstand the pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they're finding ways. I'm just saying I'm surprised that in the year 2020. There's still no proof. It's like when they dissected that alien, which was fake. That ended up being fake or whatever. But that's what I'm saying is why isn't there anything more like that?
Because we haven't gotten there yet. I mean,
they haven't gotten to find it.
I mean, supposedly that's what's in Area 51, and they won't show us. I mean,
which
who knows?
Which is why I was going to say I kind of understand.
If one landed in my house and died, I would show you. Believe me.
Well, I want you to definitely show me if you find one. If you find one, I definitely want you to show me.
Every time you hear a story of somebody that's actually seen one, it gets covered up by the government.
Yeah.
I mean,
right,
could
and
be
that's
bullshit or not. Who knows?
But that's what I'm saying. It's it's just to me, it's just very convenient, and I'm waiting for. I want more proof.
Well,
I just want more proof.
I want more proof too.
We all want more proof.
Yeah.
I do agree with the whole Naruto run into the Area 51. I mean, obviously they're not gonna be able to do it, and they're gonna get shot and stuff. But I want to know what's in Area 51.
Yeah, why not just tell
I
us?
think they should tell us.
They should tell us.
One of the presidents said that they wouldn't tell us. I forget who it was, because they were worried about what the public would think.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think they were saying, like, does that mean it's aliens, or does that mean it's because of like what we have planned with like
Who knows?
bombs and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like it could be like war stuff.
mean,
like,
That's what I think. it
Every
is.
president, before they get elected, promises that they're going to tell us, they're going to read
What's
us
in
the alien files, the UFO files, and then none of them ever do.
because I just want them to
I feel
put
like
a fucking,
if anyone's gonna do it, Trump would do it.
he should.
I
do
did
it.
watch him like what he was like when they told him about these, or when they asked him about these videos. He was like, "I don't believe it," but like,
Yeah,
it's
he's
there.
I did see that. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the one thing me and Trump agree.
And he was interviewed one time about what he thought about it, and
Yeah,
I think somebody.
nobody can say. Like I think if it exists, they're just afraid that we'll know, and then, people will change their
Panic?
beliefs. They'll panic, knowing that we could be overrun.
Scientologists will be fucking loving it.
People who believe in God will now,
Question it.
have to question it because we're not the only life form on the planet or in the solar system or in the galaxy or in God's creation or whatever.
I don't know.
There are lots of reasons not to. I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean I get why.
it just seems too hard to believe that something else doesn't exist and
No.
hasn't been here.
I completely agree with something else existing because the universe is so big. Like I understand that there's definitely aliens out there. I just don't believe they visit us as often as people claim, or that I just find it weird, kind of like the Bigfoot thing, that every time they have some footage of it, it's always far away, blurry, and fucking you can't tell what it is. And now with like the way they can manipulate videos and pictures and stuff, like it kind of sucks because you can't always tell what's.
who knows? Maybe this time next year we'll have better
Right.
performance.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, if
We
it
have
happens,
these
I mean,
videos.
there aren't a
I'll
lot of
admit
it. There's 3 videos from 2004, so it's like it's not
that are like
it's not like there's 100
officially
of them.
released by the government.
It's not like there's 20 of them every day. There's like 3 in 16 years that have been released. So it's not
Yeah.
like there's a million of these.
I just want a
sightings.
better shot of it. I want
Okay,
to see
turn
it.
my volume up. Let's listen to
There's
these
just
guys
Too much.
talk about it.
Too much.
Dun, 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 dun. This is one of the videos. This was the one where it's like a bunch of them, and they're like trying to catch one.
Roger. There's troubleshooting. Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
That's a bad one.
Jesus.
Where's the one?
I mean, when those experts don't know what they're seeing, it's
Experts at flying, not at
was a good
identifying.
flying
Unidentified.
things. I mean, that's what they do for a living. It's like
is
if
a
somebody
good
played
one.
you a
Turn it up.
podcast, you would know it was a podcast.
Everybody would know. it was
No,
a
they
podcast.
wouldn't. Not
They
everybody.
could think it was a song.
It was either a radio show or a podcast.
Well, that's 2 different things. Could be an airplane or not an airplane.
Oh, this is the one with no sound. Wait, there's one with a guy freaking out. I gotta find that one.
This is what. Yeah, this is amazing. Audio wise.
I think it's this one. Maybe I don't know where it's at.
Well,
It was stolen by aliens.
yeah.
The government came back and took it.
They stopped it.
It's so good.
Maybe the government just gave us these 3 so people would shut up.
For now, yeah. I mean, it's definitely to help appease the people
Appease the
I won't be
people.
completely satisfied until
until you see one in your
one shows up in my house.
sleep.
It's like an ET. I lay down Reese's
Yeah.
Pieces. And then
Until one wants you to let it phone home.
Yeah, lead it up.
Robert, phone home.
And I won't even believe it until it fixes my flowers.
Okay.
It makes them living again.
All right,
Yeah.
I got you.
No, but I won't believe it until they like go, you know what? We're going to show you what's in Area 51. And I'll be like, I want to see what's in it. So they put on a GoPro and they go from right outside. They open the door with their little code. They walk in, and then from
code.
then, just everything. Don't cut any of the video. Just show the whole thing. I want to see the stairs down, the elevator,
That's fair.
all of it. Because other than that, they might just be like, well, here's like one room. You know what I mean? And then it's like they
but
move
again,
some shit
nobody
around.
knows how big that whole complex is.
But we would if they had a GoPro.
Well, they could,
And they didn't cut it.
Nobody
Everywhere
knows, so they
in
could
the world
go
needs
do,
to wear
They could walk around for an hour
GoPros.
and still not have seen everything.
They should start doing tours like the
I don't
White
know.
House.
I sound like a conspiracy nut that I'm not, but I believe in UFOs and aliens.
Yeah, it is what
Too
it
many
is.
weird things that have happened on this planet.
No, I get it. I get why people believe. I'm fine with it. I'm not against it.
I mean, you go back in time and there are just coincidences.
Yeah, but it, like with the pyramid thing, like to me, it's like they go like, how did they build those with the big boulders? They would have had to have like thousands of people like moving the shit like daily, like constant.
Mhm.
It's just like, yeah, but you know, what else did they have to do? Like,
Yeah, but
I mean,
the way they align with the stars, the way there are pyramids and
yeah, but you have
and-
people like Galileo and Plato and all this,
Not
all
that
these
far
philosophers.
back.
Not that far back, but I'm saying like they're smart people. So like they probably still had people that were able to. Back then, they read the stars and stuff like
yeah,
that.
but do perfect geometry before geometry was created.
But geometry was probably always there. We didn't create geometry.
Well, but I mean,
We studied it.
studied it and figured out that it was geometry.
I mean,
The fact that the exact same thing is done in different spots around the globe. They build the same type of pyramids, the same type of structures, and the same
I don't know. The
alignment with
Mayans
stars.
ones was
It's
more
just-
like squared off.
Yeah, but there's still a pyramid. Like, we don't
Is your
build
mom-
pyramids anymore.
What the
My
heck was
bad.
that? Yeah, but also a lot of it wasn't it because of the gods and stuff to get closer to the gods and things
Yeah,
like
the
that?
gods that were in the sky.
Right.
Okay, maybe they were aliens.
No, because even our God is in the sky. Not my God, but other people's gods.
Right. But that could
God's
just be-
always above
And
us.
maybe that's just misinterpreted as, an
Aliens?
alien because they were primitive people
Hey.
who didn't understand what they saw, so they just said it was a god.
I'll believe that over regular religion for sure. Because Prometheus, the movie, makes more sense to me than religion.
Yeah. I
Like
agree.
having some. But again, like even if you were to believe in like a god or
Turn
an
it
alien
down
being,
a second.
it is
you
down.
did? Okay, great.
Even if you were to believe in an alien being that created us or a god that created us, where did that entity come from? Like, where did God come from? Where did
Right.
the entity that created us, if it was an alien being, come from? Like, everything came from something, but it's like, how? Where? It's weird.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We're not going to solve it on this podcast,
Definitely
for sure.
not on this podcast.
Definitely
At some
not.
point, they might know how the
Maybe
universe
next.
was created, but
Yeah, that's true. Any other info
how
you
the
got?
Big Bang worked or whatever.
Not really. I mean, look up those videos. Find the one with the guy freaking out because he's like spaceships like going against winds that no aircraft could fly against, and like,
Yeah, those videos are very cool.
yeah, they're cool.
You
Look 'em
haven't
up.
seen them, definitely check them out. There's
Yeah,
like 3 of them. They're pretty impressive.
pretty impressive. But yeah, no, that's all I got. Celebrate by watching alien movies.
Yeah, watch Alien, Aliens, Predator.
Not just those.
The
UFO
Thing.
movies.
Those are good
John
ones.
Carpenter's The Thing.
X-Files is
X-Files.
always good.
The movie?
choice. Yep,
The show.
the show
The
and
show.
the movies.
And the movies. The whole series as a whole.
The
Yeah.
series. And
It's all
then,
together.
yeah.
Or you
Men in
could
Black,
you could
but just the
join a
first one.
local UFO sighting organization, which I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just go outside and at nighttime.
go
and
outside.
Look for UFOs.
That's what I do. I
Yeah.
go out every night, look for UFOs.
Yeah. Maybe you'll see one like Ian.
You never know.
You never know. Listen to
Right.
some Blink-182.
Yeah. Listen. Don't they? What's that Alien song? Don't they have one?
And he was a part of Angels and Airwaves, which has more alien-ish songs. I
Or
think.
just listen to Alien Ant Farm.
yeah.
No, don't. They're terrible.
Don't do that. Yeah.
No, they got that one song.
They're terrible.
Do we have a cake though?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I
Definitely
think
have a
you
cake.
definitely have to have a cake in the shape of an alien head.
Yeah.
Alien head or
Or
That
a
says,
UFO.
that says believe.
Yeah.
His head says believe.
Oh, it says believe on it.
Oh, okay.
On the cake. Duh.
Cake, duh.
He is the head's the cake.
So whether
Right.
you believe or not, it's still a fun holiday to celebrate
True that.
because UFOs are cool looking.
Yeah, that's why. That's the main reason why it's great to celebrate.
Yep.
Just how cool they look.
And it's fun to, like, even if you don't believe, like, there's so many people who say they've been abducted or have seen UFOs or whatever. So look up those videos are really interesting,
And
whether
it's
you believe
fun-
it or not.
It's fun to debate it too. Oh, and watch that movie Fire in the Sky. I think that's what it is.
Fire in the
Fire
Sky.
in the sky, yeah.
Yeah, where he
that's
sits
that's
up.
based on the true story.
And The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, Close
That's
Encounters.
based on a true story too.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so much you could do today.
Yeah,
But,
a lot of alien.
Lots of alien stuff. Let's celebrate this day by watching nonstop aliens movies all day.
Yeah, and we'll eat some cake.
And eating cake.
A green cake.
A whole green
Yeah.
cake. I
A
like
whole
it.
green cake.
Okay.
Let's do it.
With long arms.
All right.
Long arms. All right, guys.
See ya.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.